have an open mind.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I see my husband and I as equal status.
Yes.
Yeah, we both bring things to the party
Okay.
with 4 children.
Okay.
And we have our own strengths and weaknesses. On a day-to-day basis, sometimes he has to drive the car, sometimes I have to drive the car. Sometimes he has to power me up, sometimes I have to power him up.
Okay.
But if we go to Saudi Arabia, I feel personally my human rights are stripped because I can't get in a car.
Can I stop you there? Where do you get human rights from?
Where do
Define human rights.
Defining human rights is survival.
Are you quoting what the UN, which a group of Western nations determine what to be moral and immoral?
No, I would define human rights as an access of passage that makes me feel empowered as a person to seek existence in the life that I believe I'm entitled to live.
No, but you were saying in Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
you would see that your human rights are stripped away. Can you tell me which
For
article?
example, driving. To get from A to B,
Women drive in Saudi Arabia today.
they do today.
Yeah. Do you know how many countries are Muslims? Many, tens of countries. None of the countries were stopping women from driving except Saudi Arabia for a very small period of time, which shows that has nothing to do with the teachings of Islam. Because
I'm not correlating.
No.
I appreciate
Other
that.
religions,
That's not-
other countries would also be doing the same thing if it was an Islamic teaching. So that's a common media mistake they try to use. As I said to you, even that was for a few small period of years, and they stopped it today.
And I would.
So what are the human
plead
rights?
I would plead ignorance in this because
Yes.
I don't know this.
Okay.
But for example,
Jazakallah khair.
women wearing a burqa, that I don't know if that's a teaching of Islam or if that's a definition of like the country and the systemic regulation.
Burqa or hijab, because it's two different
Okay.
things. One is a head covering,
Yeah, hijab.
and one can be the face covering. So the face covering is there's a disagreement whether is obligatory or not. So a lot of women don't have to wear it. They don't have to wear it.
I was told, and I don't know if this is actually true because I have to ask somebody who knows it better than I do, that it's the prevention of the temptation for the male population. That it's the kind of sacred covering that is kept within the household.
No.
Okay, then
So
I've been told
the hijab is a command of God, and the women wear it because God commanded them to do it, and they believe in God, and they believe.
Inequality.
Sorry?
To me, that's inequality.
We are different. We're not equal. Women and men are not equal. Women and men are different. Biologically, psychologically, in every way, shape, or form. We're not saying one is less than the other. We're saying they're different. They're not the same. Yeah. So to ask God to give the same commands to both genders does not make any rational sense. We don't believe in equality, we believe in equity. Equity is justice. If you had 4 children and he had 3, and I gave both of you £300, that's not just. It's equal, but it's not just. When I see you have more children, so I'll give you extra money because you need more money, there is equity, and that's what Islam teaches. So Islam looks at the nature of a woman, and based on her nature, Allah is the most knowing, the most wise. He knows what befits her as commands,
So why do I wear a burqa and you don't?
because I'm not a woman. And what men are attracted to in women is not the same things that women are attracted to men. We are different. So you are assuming that we are attracted to the same things as human beings. We're not. Men and women are very different in their attraction. There's so many studies on that, right? So women can be attracted to certain things. Men are very visual and physical in their attraction. They're very simple, right? Something beautiful, that's it. Story's over.
He's attracted to my brain.
Yes.
I'm attracted to his physical presence.
Okay, I don't want to go personal there, right? But the point I'm trying to make is this. I'll tell you something interesting. Can I tell you something interesting? Very interesting. Look, God created us. God knows our nature. If what you're saying was better, which is what feminism is pushing forward, we don't believe in 50-50 partnership. We don't believe that's possible even. Because every COO is one. Every country president is one. Even every board needs to have an odd number. So you have 3 against 2, for example, when they vote on something. You cannot have 2 people driving one car. If he's going left and you're going right and it's 50-50, the car is going to crash, right? So in reality...
I have to say, you're very intelligent.
No, it's not.
Very articulate.
No, I don't think it's about that, but I think it is a...
given me a lot of thought.
Yeah.
I can't say I naturally.
So I'll leave you with this thing because you need to go. I'll leave you with this thing. Look at reality. If what you're saying, which sounds nice on paper, 50-50, does it work in reality? No.
It does.
Can I tell you why not? No, not with your relationship. Talking on a societal level, right? Do you know that the divorce rate in America? Over 50%. Do you know that 80% of these divorces are initiated by women? and 90% of those women are university educated. They are initiating the divorce because they lost attraction to the man, that they are quote unquote equal with them or lesser than them, because women have something called hypergamy. Hypergamy, this is all scientific. Hypergamy is that women are attracted to a man that has higher qualities than them in certain aspects. He's taller than them. Clearly, right? So they're attracted to people who are taller than them. They're attracted to people who are smarter than them in certain ways. They're stronger than them physically, right? This is the nature.
This is only a statistics.
It's studies. It's studies.
Yeah, but science doesn't explain anything. Like it doesn't have the hegemony of the world.
It's okay, but listen.
I was previously married to a very controlling, domestically abusive husband.
But that's not what I'm saying. You see, you went to extreme. You went from something. Yeah, you went to the extreme a bit. You went from something which I'm saying stay in the middle. I'm not saying be in this extreme, be aggressive, this and that.
But
And I'm not saying be.
Is a good thing for people in that situation.
I don't agree. Do you know what we get from divorce? We get single parent homes. Do you know that most of the criminals in society are from single parent homes? Read a book on that. It's written by Warren Farrell.
So I was married to a man who controlled me, who controlled my children, who was...
I'm not saying don't get divorced. I'm saying divorce is not a good thing.
I met the best man that this world created, who has given my children more stability than I could wish for anybody in the world, who is the best person that you could ever find.
I'm happy for you.
For somebody to tell me that divorce is not a good thing, I could never agree.
Divorce can be a good thing for you subjectively.
For me.
I'm not, this is not personal. I'm making it on a societal level. I'm using the concepts that you're quoting and I'm looking at them from a society. Sorry?
Case study is society. And we both...
I'm talking about the divorce rate in society. Even here in the UK, it's over 35% according to the last census.
This is that's a good thing. Maybe it's not a negative.
Do you know that according to studies, women are more depressed than ever? They take more antidepressants than ever. Since feminism, look, it's not a good thing because suicide rates have gone through the roof. If it was a good thing, you will find the West as the happiest people in the West. You would not find depressed people in the West. You will not find broken families. You're not going to find crime rate increasing every day, right? The reality is, I'm talking to you on a societal perspective. God sees everything. He doesn't look at just me. The problem with the West today is that people think about themselves only. They don't look at the society. Like, for example, drinking. They think about themselves. But how does drinking affect the society? According to the Metropolitan Police, 60 to 70% of the knife crime happen on Friday and a Saturday night. Drunk driving, domestic abuse in the house, what you were talking about.
On an individual rather than a society.
No.
Because I could have an alcoholic drink and I will always compose myself.
No, but what you're missing here is the point I'm making, is that God gives commands not specifically for you or me. God gives commands for everyone. Wouldn't you agree? God has to give a harmony to the society. Not just an individual, but even on an individual level, alcohol is not good for you medically.
No, I agree with that.
So God, when He prohibits something, He prohibits it for our benefit, right? So when I say to you this idea of relationship, if you see, for example, divorce rate in Egypt is 10%. So 1 of every 10 people. Compare it to here, over 35%. In America, over 50%. Very happy. According to Pew Research Institute, the happiest people are the religious people. So the marriages that last the most, according to research, are the religious families. And the children that are more balanced in the society are religious children, because they're taught values for their young. Their parents are together. They get the love from the mother and they get the discipline from the father. But when you have single parent homes, like Warren Farrell, as I said to you, he has a book on this idea, how most criminals, you can say 90%, are coming from single parent homes. So this divorce can be good in certain situations for some individuals. We're not saying don't divorce. Like Christianity says a woman cannot get divorced, separate from the man. That's not Islam. That's not Islam. Islam allows men and women to separate. But I'm saying on a societal level, a law of divorce is not a good thing. Because there are children involved and they're always affected by how parents are separated when they're not with one another.